Now that Far Cry Primal has been out for a few weeks, I figured it'd be safe to upload some cool footage of some later in the game stuff, such as this boss fight against Ull, Ull, maybe Ull. He is one of the main baddies in Far Cry Primal. You remember seeing him during one of the very first story missions. He comes to your village and he kills a bunch of Wenja, but for this mission you just have to keep doing missions in your village, main story stuff, and it leads you to his cave. And getting here is a pain in the ass. There's a ton of orange enemies, like the elite enemies, a lot of them you have to go through. I have my Sabertooth. I honestly just ran right past them while riding the Sabertooth. I didn't want anything to do with it, was not having it. But it leads you up to this cave right here, and it's got the icicles hanging down, and you saw in the very beginning of the fight I shot it down, which stunned him for quite some time. So I think if I better utilize that, this fight could have gone easier, but this fight went pretty smooth for the most part. You're watching my first attempt and we got it done, so that was a good thing. But the main item that helped me the most were the Berserk shards. There's an unlimited supply of weaker enemies that just keep funneling in throughout the whole fight. And if you hit those weaker enemies with the Berserk shard, they'll start attacking the other weaker enemies, or maybe Ull himself. And that bought me a lot of time, made it so I could heal my animal, stuff like that, craft something if I needed to. It worked out great in my favor, so definitely use the Berserk shards. As for weapons, I use spears a lot, because you can throw them fast, they do a lot of damage, and I could pick them up fairly easy. I tried only throwing because he's got a very strong like uppercut attack that took about half of my health away. I think he only hit me one or two times with it, but it was scary. Other than the spears, I used the double bow, of course, and just kept my distance. I tried to use fire bombs or the jar of bees as much as possible. And my animal was the Sabertooth. I highly recommend bringing the Sabertooth or even the Great Scar Bear. I kind of wish I would have had the Great Scar Bear. Something that can easily take out those weaker enemies for you and keep them out of your hair. And after you defeat him, it triggers a cutscene. At the end of the cutscene you're seeing right now, he's dying. He wanted to kill the baby, but his other son was watching him, so he didn't. And you end up taking the baby and his son back to your village with you so they can live longer and be healthier, because the Wenjas are very cool. So he gives you his kids, which was kind of weird. A little bit of a plot twist, didn't expect that to happen. But we definitely took him out with ease, was not a problem. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you get to slay this son of a bitch yourself. It was a really fun fight and had some pretty cool mechanics. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.